Hi guys, James from DBG here and welcome to another showcase video. I know I said in the last video there'll be quite a few unboxings. There's still some unboxings to come, one of which is quite exciting, but that's for a video later on down the line. But still, it's showcase time, and this is one of my regulars, and it is his World Eaters Force. And I have to say, it has been about 20 years since I painted over a white undercoat, and I have to say that it wasn't fun. When I first got into Warhammer and everything, I undercoated everything in white, which made things quite difficult because you have to layer over blacks in order to make your metallics pop, and etc, etc, etc. There's always that really annoying little chink of white undercoat they could always see. Anyway, so yeah, I had to relive that experience. But I have to say, this is the first time I've used contrast paints. Not because I don't like contrast paints, I've just never had the opportunity or inclination to use them. So I actually bought two for this commission. I bought Apothecary White, obviously because the main tone is white, and I bought, I'm going to have to look at the pot because I can't, Ballasacum Grey. Now this is, sorry, I'm just going, this is an amazing one. You can use it straight as a wash. It makes metallics look oily in a good way, and the main use I had of this was actually on the bases as a wash straight over the my usual earth colour, and I put the Ballasacum Grey over the top of that, and it sort of brought it right down. It gave it almost a moist appearance, like they were fighting through a rainstorm, and obviously I just did the dry brushing over the top. Anyway, by the by, let's get on. I've rambled far too long. Let's get on with this. So, first of all, there's a mixture of units here. If I go down here, there's a couple of non-Games Workshop miniatures, which are these two here. They're from Grimskull. We have an Age of Sigmar. I think it's one of the Lords of Slaughter. I have no idea. I don't play Age of Sigmar. There's some Forge World stuff in here. There's a Forge World Terminator Lord. We have the Forge World Red Butchers, which are amazing. We have the Forge World Contemptus Dreadnoughts, and we also have, dotted through the infantry, the Rampages, which are a specific unit from Heresy, with lots of really cool weapons such as two-handed chain axes, flails, which they call meteor hammers, falchions, that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's all mixed through. Mixed up with the classic Khorne Berserkers, which are very tired, I have to say, very tired, and the new Chaos Marines. And also interspersed there, there's a couple of third-party heads and shoulder pads and what have you. I didn't ask where they're from, but I'm assuming it's going to be something like Cromlech or the other one that I can never remember, but you guys will know what I mean. Anyway, so I'm going to do what I always do and pick out, oh, and there's a couple of Spawn over there as well, and pick out some of my favourite models. Not going to look at everything because we'll be here forever. So I'm going to start with this Grimskull. Chaos Lord. Focus. Go on, focus. There we go. Now, actually female, as you can tell. I think this is a take on Khan with a massive axe, lots of skulls everywhere. And yes, the client did want blood splattered gore everywhere, so I did blood splattered gore everywhere. Some of them I may have gone a little bit overboard, Some of them I may not have done. Anyway, that's the Khan type person. Here's the other Grimskull one. I would imagine this one will be used as a Dark Apostle. As you can see, she's also female. I'm not a big fan of the over-sexualization of miniatures like this. I don't think it fits very well into the 40k. What's what I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but anyway, I don't think it fits well into the grim darkness of 40k. Boobs everywhere. I think that's why Games Workshop actually went away from that when it was doing elves and Slaneshi stuff. It just makes a bit of a joke, which I don't. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be grim dark, and oh my god, these people are coming for me with blood splattered armor and big axes. So yeah, we have the Forge World Terminator Lord. You're going to focus for me? No, you're not. Focus. There we go. Again, a lovely Forge World model. I haven't gone massively overboard on the blood on him. I didn't think it was appropriate, plus the fact that having your combi bolter mounted on the back of a power fist, I don't think would do well for the mechanisms of the gun. You'll get blood and bits of bone and brain stuck in your barrels and stuff. I don't think it will work. I'm going to mention actually, let's look at the one of the Red Butchers. This is the well, heresy is called the Devourer, so the squad level sergeant. But you can tell where I put the apothecary white over it, it actually dulls down the white to a point that it looks like worn metal. It actually looks like the original white coats of paint have been slowly worn away over time. Because let's face it, these guys are not, they don't clean their armour. They're pretty much hosed down after the battle. Yeah, and you know, blood all over the face where it's a bit of arterial spray. But these guys, these Red Butchers are amazing. I love these models. I'm very tempted to do a worldy design myself, but make everything red. We're now going to have a look at the Contemptors. Both of them. Ooh, focus. The Contemptors. If you notice over there, there's all weapons being magnetised, so there's options to make either both Contemptors close combatty and shooty, or both Contemptors shooty. I don't think that goes down very well with the World Eaters army. I'm a very fluffy player. But we have this Contemptor with the twin chain fist. You know, again, you're not going to focus. There we go. With a twin chain fist, and it actually has graviton guns in there. And again, yes, blood, lots of blood and gore. Games Workshop technical paint, Blood for the Blood God I used for that. And I have a selection of really old brushes I use for texturing and dry brushing and stuff like that. So I just got one of those and just dabbed at it. The way it went on the white, it looks like in horror films and stuff when you see the blood spatter across the wall, and it just looked right. And I went in with a more detailed brush and added all the spray, because when blood is forcibly ejected from the body, it tends to make these quite intricate patterns. So that's what I went in through with those. Then we have the other Contemptor. This is the shooty one, so there's not as much blood on this, but I still need to do a little bit of blood because of the way the guns are magnetised, so the client can chop and change whatever combination you wanted. Also, you can tell again with the apothecary white, it does a really good job on dulling down the paintwork. that is very cool. Now we're just going to have a look. I'm going to show this spawn. I'm not a big fan of these models. They're, again, like the Berserkers, are a bit dated, but I just really like the way I did the blood on the mutated sword appendages. Not overly, and I did some wet blending through black through to the red on the spines and claws and what have you. So we're just going to look at a couple. This is the standard champion, the Power Fist plasma pistol, and then here's a dude with a meteor hammer, flail. Where is? Yeah. Here's one of the Rampagers. He's wearing Mark II Crusade armour. Again, you can see the way the Apothecary White has dulled that wire down very well. And then we've got a couple more. This guy with the third party head and shoulder pads on. I just really like the sort of gladiatorial open helm, bionic eye there. He's got a power axe. And then we have this guy. He's a new Marine running forward with one of the Rampager two-handed axe. I think it's called an executioner axe, I'm not sure. That's a Rampager head. You can actually see the butcher's nails on the head there. So that's where we'll leave that. Falcus. So there we go, guys. That's what I've been working on while I've been on furlough again. Oh, you hear those alarms? I live next to a level crossing, so it's just a train coming through. Yeah, so I'm on furlough again until, well, beginning of December. Who knows in my government? At least there's another country out there that's in the process of sorting its shit out. We just need to do the same with us. Anyway, not going to get political. So there we go, guys. That is what I've been working on. I've actually, well, this has been a massive pain painting white. Painting white is a massive pain. Don't let anybody tell you any different. But I believe the result is well worth that pain. And I think, personally, from a project that I was approaching with quite a bit of trepidation, it's actually worked out rather well. So, as usual, guys, please do check out all the links in the description to the affiliates and sponsors, etc, etc, etc. There's Patreon there as well. There's YouTube and social media links, etc, etc, etc. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.